Hey there, how are you? This is Nerissa Malloy, your business development and operations coach. And today we're talking about the biggest myth that's keeping you back from growing your business. So if you're watching live, make sure that you comment live, show me some love. And if you're catching a replay, but this is one of the things that's one of the biggest myths again. And I work with practice owners, female entrepreneurs that are looking to grow their business, but they're stretched thin. So I work with them to streamline and simplify their processes, their revamp their business models so that they can work more, get more, work less and get more done. So here's the thing. You may be a CEO that's stretched thin. You started your business because you wanted to definitely, have more independence, more free time, but you find that you're wearing multiple hats in your business. So you are at a place where, I want to grow my business. I want to do the things. I want to have the impact. I want to have the independence, but this is where you're at a struggle. So today what we're talking about is one of the biggest myths that we believe. And a lot of times the answer people say is, listen, make more sales, make more sales, just make more sales. And they feel like that's the answer to the problem that they have in their business, or that's the answer to everything, the solution for everything. Because if I make more sales, I'll make more money and then I can do more, right? But contrary to popular belief, right, that is not the answer. And that's what we're going to talk about here. How just making more sales is not the key to growing your business. It's crucial, but it's not the key. Because here's the thing. If you are a CEO right now and you are building your business and you think that you making more sales is going to bring in more revenue, just imagine if you don't have the right systems, the processes, the support in place, and you just go ahead and you continue grinding and acquiring more customers and clients, you're going to eventually max out, right? You're going to eventually meet your capacity because you can only do but so much. And again, you're building your business to be a CEO, not the chief everything officer. So you don't want to get caught up in doing everything, because what happens is you become the bottleneck in your business. You become the holdup. You become the person that if you stop doing everything, your business stops, right? So if you're at a point where you're growing, and you don't have the right infrastructure in place, that means everything that you do on a day-to-day basis is basically running your business. Like you're just getting up, you're in the weeds, you're in your business. And if you do, and I remember a story a while ago, Oprah, when she did one of her favorite things, right? I remember that they talked about this story about one of the companies that she featured. And once they were featured, they received so much sales that they couldn't even handle it. That their systems, their flows, their operations, they were not ready for the amount of sales that they received. And they ended up going out of business because they couldn't support it. They couldn't produce. The client experience went down. Customer service sucked because they didn't have the right systems and processes in place. So I say all of that to say, if you are a growing CEO, you may have hit a great point in your business. I'm hitting six figures, I'm doing all the things, but you've been grinding and hustling because you believe that more sales equals more growth, and that's what you need. But you may be at a point where, you know what, I don't have the right systems in place. I don't have the right structure. And that's why it's so key to make sure as you are starting your business, growing your business, acquiring your customers, that you have the right mentorship, you have the right coach, you have the right support, the consultant that can guide you to make sure you have the right infrastructures in place as you're growing your business. Because the thing is, if you have not hit that first six figures yet, and you're growing, you may be doing well. Don't get me wrong, you may be doing well, but you need to stop and think, am I chasing money? Meaning I'm going just moving and chasing clients because I'm hitting a revenue goal? Or am I working to improve and modify and optimize my business model? So think about that. It requires a shift in how you're thinking. Again, CEOs, we're not just chasing money, right? You have to be strategic. You have to grow your business in a systematic way. Systematic and strategic way. So you have to really think about my business model. Does this business model allow me the opportunity to go out and grow my business, or is the business model I'm currently in keeping me stuck, keeping me hitting a glass ceiling because I'm the only one that's doing everything and I can't do it all? and I have no room and no capacity to take on any more clients, right? Or you may have a team, but you're still doing it all because you are uncertain of how and what to delegate. So you're still hitting this ceiling because you can't do any more because you're still in the weeds of your business, right? So you have to make a pause. You have to really take a pause to evaluate what is your business model, right? So there's really three things you need to evaluate. Number one, you need to think about your pricing. You need to really evaluate your pricing. A lot of times when I'm speaking to business owners, they believe again that more sales will equal more success, more growth, but at what cost? Because you really have to think about capacity when you're growing your business. And if you're a solopreneur and if you're doing visits or you're going and seeing clients, whatever it is, if it's a one-on-one service, you have to really look at how much can I possibly do? How many clients can I possibly see? How many people can I possibly serve? Right? And we only have 24 hours in a day. So you really have to look at your pricing model. Are you pricing yourself out of business? Are your prices too low to even generate enough revenue for you to live off of, to pay yourself? Right? That's one of the first things I look at when I work with my clients. What is your pricing? And I know people are scared to raise prices because they're talking about the recession and all these. But listen, you cannot be pricing yourself out of business. You cannot. So you really have to look at your pricing when it comes to your business growth, right? It's not just about making more sales. The next thing you have to look at is your productivity, right? Are you being efficient? Or do you have the bandwidth? Do you have the capacity? Again, someone came to me, they wanted to grow their business. They want to, hit this revenue goal. But I'm like, if you're one person and this is your business model, how can you imagine hitting this goal if right now your time is maxed? Right? If your time is completely maxed out, how can you possibly grow your business if you are a one-man show? So you have to really think about my business model and how can I improve my productivity so that I can increase my capacity and my bandwidth to do more. Do you need to bring on another person? Do you need an assistant? Do you need some type of support? How can you be more productive so that you can be more profitable, right? So that even when you do get more sales, you still have a team, you have the systems, you have the processes in place that's going to allow you to still be able to generate and bring on more clients and more sales, right? So you got to look at your pricing. You got to look at your productivity. If you're watching, drop that in the chat. Pricing is number one. Productivity is number two. And if you're ready for number three, drop a 3 in the chat. So the last thing you have to look at is your performance. Performance is so key. Performance is basically looking at how are you executing, right? Are you really executing or are you just busy every day? Because a lot of times you can sit down and say, I'm going to start working, and you look up 2 hours pass and you really have not accomplished the number one task that you had on your list, right? Or you may be so busy that you're not even able to monitor your team to make sure that they are executing the tasks that they're supposed to. Because remember, you are the CEO. You're supposed to be the CEO of your business and not an employee in your business, right? So you're so busy doing what you're doing that you don't even have time to check on and follow up and follow through to make sure everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing so that you can be efficient and productive, right? Performance is also looking at the results at the end of the month, looking at your KPIs. How many business calls did I have, discovery calls, or how many clients, or how many client calls, how many did I close, or how many visits did I make, whatever it is, you need to be tracking your results. And also your sales, right? Making sure that your income is increasing. And your customer satisfaction. That's a high, forgot the word, but that's one key element of evaluating your performance. If your customers are pleased, if your turnaround times are small, if the wait times are small, meaning depending on your industry, because sometimes a waiting list is a sign of good customer satisfaction. So don't get it twisted. If you have a waiting list for your services, that means it's buzzing that you're delivering a good brand and people are talking. So that's great in one end, but if it's because if you have poor customer satisfaction, then that's not a good thing, right? Are people waiting just to get a response from you? People are sending inquiries to you and you still have everything manual. You're writing manual emails. People can only schedule by talking to you or getting on the phone or sending you a DM. Something's wrong. That means you need to implement some systems, some workflows, and processes that can take you out of that piece of your business and automate some of those tasks so your performance can go up, your productivity can go up, and so can your profitability. Because now you can step out of those manual, tedious tasks, put some systems in place so that you can do more of the things to grow your business, right? So there's a quick recap. Pricing. You got to look at your pricing if you're looking to grow your business. It's not just about get more sales, get more sales, get more sales. You want to make sure you have the right infrastructure in place for your business so that when you grow, you can grow with minimal growing pains. I'm not going to say none. I'm going to say minimal growing pains. That's number one. Number two, you have to evaluate your productivity, your efficiency, your bandwidth, your capacity before you say, I'm just going to get more sales. And then you have to also look at performance. You got to be tracking every month, making sure people are executing, looking at the results, and looking at your customer satisfaction. So if that brought you value, drop a 4 in the chat. I want to make sure I'm serving you CEOs as we head and push through this new year. It's a new year, so you want to make sure that you're starting off on the right track, that you have the right systems in place, the right processes, the right workflows, and the right support team. So I want you to think about this. What would taking your business to the next level plus growth mean for you? I want you to think about that. What does that look like? What does it mean for you? And what do you need to implement to take your business and grow it to the next level, right? So book a call with me. I would love to have a call to see what that looks like for you. How can we evaluate the current systems, workflows, and processes you have in place or lack thereof, and what you need to implement and integrate so that you can step out of your business to work on it and not in it, so that you can definitely enjoy the growth, not despise your business, not feel like it's a burden. I had one client to say to me the other day that, you know what, I finally feel like leaving my full-time job was worth it because we implemented all the things that she needed, and now she's even consulted. I'm so excited for her. She's even consulted because she has the bandwidth and the capacity. She's not doing everything. So it's so important that you make sure that you have the right business infrastructure in place so that you can continue to grow and build upon that, and eventually you can introduce additional revenue streams because you are not the only sole person or the bottleneck in your business. So I'd love to have a conversation with you. Send me a message so I can send you a link so we can book a consultation and really get your businesses in order as we, kick off into this new year. So happy new year. If you have any questions, again, message me. I'm Nerissa Malloy, your business development and operations consultant. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Make sure you invite your fellow CEOs, your fellow entrepreneurs, so they can watch this broadcast too. So see you soon.